After the two historic medals that Manu Bhaker won at the ongoing Paris Olympics, it was expected that she would basically gain a hat-trick and do it a trioca of medals at the Paris Olympics. But then, it's been a heartbreak for the Indian as she finished at the 4th spot in the 25-meter pistol event and narrowly missed out on a medal.
7 series, Siddharth, 2 Siddharths. Let me be flanked by the 2 Siddharths over here.
Yes.
Since we are flanked by 2 medals that Manu Bhaker has, kudos to her, by the way. Yes, she misses out. By now, you know that Manu Bhaker missed out on the medal. She was close to both the gold and the bronze. Let's also tell you that after the 7 series, 24 is where she was.
Yes.
24, 24. She was in second position, level on points with the South Korean who was leading at that point. But come the 8th series, that's where things changed and she was up against somebody who she sort of conceded to yesterday only in the qualifications, Veronica Major of Hungary. And eventually it all boiled down to a shoot-off where we saw Manu Bhaker. Now, that's the big question on everyone's mind right now. 28-28. Why is it that Manu Bhaker lost? Well, because going into the shoot-off, though Manu Bhaker had a slender lead, however, it was 28-28 by virtue of the Hungarian having 4 hits. Manu Bhaker, on the other hand, had more misses than her. So there were 2 misses for Manu Bhaker as against 1.
This today was the equivalent to the Cricket World Cup boundary
count.
Okay, because what happens is the series, I'll explain to you the format of the 25-meter pistol.
Yeah.
You have 3 series of 5 shots in this first stage. Okay, that is 1. Okay, so after this particular stage, Manu Bhaker was in the top.
Yeah.
She was in the top 2, top 3. After series 4, she had a perfect series 5 and she was in second. Now after that, she missed 1 in series 6. She unfortunately missed 1 in series 7. It was in series 8 of 5 shots where she missed 2. Now, Veronica ensured that she fell to 3rd spot from 2nd, and unfortunately Veronica Major had a better series 7 and 8. So it went down to the last shoot-off. In the shoot-off, what happened was that Manu missed and Veronica Major missed slightly less. The number of misses that were counted in that meant that Veronica Major won, as Ian Smith would say, by the barest of margins. So Manu, you have to give credit to her because see, in the final what happens is everybody is shooting simultaneously. You have to be focused at what you do. It is very easy for you to miss because as Harshit and I were discussing, this is how the format goes in the thing. If you hit the inner 10, then and only then it's considered a hit.
So let me tell you about that as well. Now how it works, it's a little different how you saw the 10-meter rifle event and now the 25-meter. There you saw scores go up to 10.9 as well. Here though, what happens is for you to register a hit. Now this was all about greens and reds you saw. So for you to register a green, for you to register a hit on the mechanical board where shooters are aiming at, there you've got to have a score of 10.2 or more. Anything above 10.2 or more, that's what counts as a hit. Otherwise, anything less than that is counted as a miss. So all these shooters over there you saw, every time there was a green over there in those boxes you saw, that meant a score of more than 10.2 or above. Manu Bhaker, unfortunately, by the way, had a slow start. First couple of series, she was 6th and 7th, if memory serves me right.
Correct.
But then look at the comeback that you saw from her. So much so, she catapulted herself to number 2 and you thought, and she was only 1 hit away from there being a shoot-off between number 1 and number 2, the South Korean error. However, as things would have it, she was first up against Veronica Major, somebody who was in great form yesterday as well, finished with 592 after precision and rapid rounds.
She was the first.
She was the first. Manu Bhaker in second place at 590. However, though, Veronica showing why exactly is it that she comes in with that kind of reputation and showing real gumption over there, making a comeback as well. Nerves of steel there from Veronica. However, for Manu Bhaker, though, she didn't quite look very happy. That's what we're getting to see. That's what we saw as well. We read as well. We continue to track everything for you. Visuals, in fact, playing in the background as we see Manu Bhaker slightly dejected. What we can tell you from her body language, as calm and composed as she usually is. cuts a
sorry
dejected
figure.
a sorry figure right now. However, it's history miss. She knows that. However, she can be mighty proud of what she's achieved as an athlete.
I can
And Manu
sympathize
Bhaker
with Manu
basically-
said
Yes.
because for two reasons. One, the 25-meter pistol is her
Pet event.
Yeah.
Yes.
The horror that she had when her pistol malfunctioned in Tokyo.
2020
As
Olympics.
always, the Indian so-called sports fans were going after the young girl.
Yes.
You couldn't give the young girl a break. She was 19, participating in the Olympics. 90% of our youth don't even achieve what Manu Bhaker has achieved.
Look at it. I was just see. She went into the Olympics. The moment that she stepped in Paris, she became a two-time Olympian.
Yes.
2 events in, and she became a 2-time medalist.
Yes.
Now imagine this is a 22-year-old already playing her second or featuring in her second Olympics. Imagine, and you had a 51-year-old, by the way, who she lost to the other day, who was who's leading at the podium, who had that first finish, the Turkey. No, the second medal finish.
Second medal finish, yeah.
Finished second place. Dikesh.
Dikesh,
In the
Yusuf Dikesh.
Yusuf Dikesh in that. So just imagine that's how long an athlete's career in shooting often can be. She's already a 2-time medalist. Remember, now imagine how many. That's not to say that every athlete can go ahead and achieve those kind of heights and be as fit. And you know that there's eyesight involved. There's so much. You need your
Reflexes can get
senses
slow.
and you need your senses. You
Correct.
need you to be sharp till that age. However, the fact that she's only 22 years young. Well, imagine the kind of appetite she has. Imagine the kind of potential and how many Olympics she can still feature in Manu Bhaker.
And
So
I've
I'll
got-
just say, you
yeah.
know, one point here, just adding to what Harshit here said, that at the Paris Olympics, she became a 2-time Olympian. 2 events later, she became a 2-time Olympic medalist. And 3 events later, she has become India's most decorated shooter in the history of the sport.
I would just disagree slightly for one reason, okay? One of the most decorated, because Abhinav Bindra gold you can't do.
Yeah,
But see,
okay.
I
There can
challenge.
obviously be arguments on that.
I challenge everybody to just highlight you how difficult this sport is. Try holding your hand and your wrist as still as possible for 30 seconds.
Yes.
9 out of 10 will fail that. That is how difficult this sport is. That's how precision shooting
Can I add
is.
to that? Because it just takes me back to a conversation I had with Manu 4 years back.
Yeah.
And this was down to, we end up thinking at times, okay, all you got to do is, practice day in, day out. There's the target, nothing changes, no aerial conditions, and it doesn't work like archery in no conditions. So the venue doesn't really matter. However, I can tell you that the trigger as well is very sensitive, and this is what I heard from the athletes. The trigger as well, how hard you go to press it, that is something that only comes up because you don't really have to necessarily press it too hard. It's just a little bit of a touch you need, and off the bullet goes. So you've got to. That's what practice is all
That's what
about as well.
precision is
And it's
also
not
all
easy.
about.
This
Yes.
is not something that you will be able to gauge on television. You ask one of the shooters and they'll tell you how difficult is it with that big rifle at times, or even the pistol, how is it, how sensitive that trigger also is, and that's what years and years of practice, that's why you need it to be able to land yourself a medal. So credit to Manu Bhaker. Started at the age of 16 and just 6 years later, look what she's done. She already has completed the set. Let's face it. Yes, you could argue that gold and silver are better medals, and that's possibly missing. But remember, she is a youth Olympic champion. She is a World Cup
winner.
She's a World Cup winner. She's an Asian Games winner. She is a
Commonwealth
CWG
Games
winner as well.
Yes.
So she already. So this was just a matter of time for Manu Bhaker. However, the nation was rooting for her. We all thought with the kind of form that she had come in and the kind of resolve that she had shown, especially yesterday when she started with 97, I believe. A couple of nines is how she started, and then look at the recovery that she made. In fact, in one of the series, I remember, I think it was the third series of precision where she got a perfect 100.
Perfect 100. Yes.
Perfect. So that's what Manu Bhaker is all about. Or maybe it was the first with the rapid. Just getting confused over that. But that's Manu Bhaker for you.
For all the fans who are watching this, I would definitely recommend one thing, that every year there's an event that always takes place. It's the National Shooting Championships. It takes place in Delhi, Bhopal, or you name the state, and that is where entry is absolutely free. So you can just go and watch it, and you can also understand that how the game of shooting really happens.
If you really want to acknowledge sport and also shooting, take good interest in this and see how these
Absolutely.
youngsters go on. Go to the Karni Singh range in Tughalkabad, go to Bhopal, which is there. I definitely had a chance to go and I watched
And even
it.
I had a chance to, cover the 64th National Shooting Championships. That was way back in 2022, and it was a great event.
Arshid, you had something to
free
add?
entry.
Yeah, I just want to say for those of you joining us right now again that there is a lot of chatter around why 28-28 did she go out? Well, because Manu missed thrice. So even though she went into the shoot-off with a 1-point advantage, the fact that Veronica only missed twice the Hungarian opponent who she was in a shoot-off with, as against Manu Bhaker who missed thrice. So this is, as Siddharth was also saying, and this is something we were talking about before we came live, that this actually was the cricketing equivalent to boundary count, that in the super over, just because there was more boundaries hit than let's say the regulation time
regular
or the
overs,
regular
yeah.
over,
Yeah.
the regulation overs. That's how the winner was decided. So it was 28-28, but Manu missed thrice as against 2 misses of Veronica. So that's
Now
why
the fans will be trending, oh, please change this rule. No, in shooting, you can't change it. A hit is a hit, a miss is a miss. Okay, so more misses, more hits, it is logical. The boundary count was illogical, but it was in the rules. But this is the rule. Okay,
Yeah.
so because of that, another glorious fourth. You join Milkha Singh, you join PT Usha, you
Arjun
join Abhinav
Babota,
Bindra,
Aditi
Arjun
Ashok.
Babota, Aditi Ashok. Now it is Manu Bhaker.
But I think overall, in case of Indian shooting, this has to be, Paris Olympics has to be one of the most historic events, because this is that event wherein, Indians have really stepped up with 3 medals coming in, 2 from Manu Bhaker and 1 from Swapnil. I think this has to be the best of the lot.
I think more than best of the lot, it has kind of regenerated and kind of dispelled the thing. Oh, shooting is all talk. It is no action. I think this Olympics has dispelled that slightly, because you
Yes.
got Manu and Sarabjot and Swapnil Kusale winning in the team and the
Yes.
individual events also. And you won in events where you've not done well in the past.
Can I also add, and this comes, there's a lot of context to this because I was looking at some of the TOPS athletes.
Yeah.
Now, TOPS is the targeted
Olympic podium scheme, yes.
podium scheme that the government runs now. Shooters, by the way, are the second most featured on that list. First is the athletes that the government has recognized and has been backing, giving proper funding to. So, athletes in the present contingent of 117, the athletes have the most representation.
29.
I think 29, and then the second most is that of the shooting contingent. So shooting is something that the Indian government has really believed in and has been backing the shooters as well in terms of facilities. You look at the Tughlakabad range here in Delhi NCR, it's one of the better ranges that you will have here in
It's
Delhi. There's one in
fantastic.
Punjabi Bagh as well, where I hear
Yes.
athletes also go and train at times. It is for recreational purposes as well, the one in Punjabi Bagh, if I'm not
There's
wrong.
one in Dwarka also, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Not
Another
sure.
one.
Not
I'm
sure
not too
about that.
sure.
But Tughlakabad is and Punjabi Bagh is
not
confirmed.
Siri
Yeah.
Fort.
Siri Fort perhaps.
Siri Fort is
so
there.
there's been proper backing as well, and there is recognition as well of the sport. Now shooters have, and I was looking at the rankings as well. You look at the top 10, then you look at the top 20, look at the top 50, look at the presence of Indian shooters.
Huge.
It only increased. So there's a 5.1% presence of Indian shooters in the top 10. It increases to 7.1, and then it increases to 9.1 when you grow from top 10 to top 20 to then to top 50.
Yes.
So that tells you that the weight of Indian shooting is increasing.
Yes.
That there is potential, there is depth in Indian shooting.
And you have to credit 2 individuals for this depth, and because of that, youngsters like Manu Bhaker could dream. Rajyavardhan Singh Rathod, because he was the first guy who won the shooting medal in trap in
Yes.
2004 Athens. Then Abhinav Bindra's gold in 2008.
And let's not
Beijing.
forget Vijay Kumar also.
Vijay Kumar won the 25 meter
Silver.
pistol silver in 2012 London.
That
Because
was your last shooting medal?
yes.
That
And in
was your last
26
shooting medal?
2016, Abhinav Bindra came very close to
fourth.
winning a
He was the
medal. He
glorious
finished
fourth in this.
Yes.
So it is unfortunate. Everybody had built up at this point in time. Yes, today could be Manu, but see, it is the Olympics. You don't win multiple medals very frequently. There is a reason, because of the pressure quotient and everything. The adrenaline now is starting to sink in. Man, we were actually expecting for three medals from an Indian in one edition. When did this generation change?
This is our expectations only went. See, we forgot in all of this. It's the Olympics we're talking about. These are the best of the very best from across the world. So this is not Commonwealth Games. This is not
Yes.
Asian Games. This is not Copa America. This is not Euros or anything where there's region-specific action. There is athletes coming from around the globe, and it tells you a thing or two, because this is Olympics. So imagine the kind of mental duress that these athletes are under with Manu Bhaker, we almost forgot what it is to be in the finals for all 3 events that she had gone in for. Now imagine going through the qualifications successfully, doing well in all 3 qualifications as well. Now imagine the mental
She
pressure.
finished second
We had
in this event.
discounted all of that.
Exactly.
We discounted all of that, and we were expecting a medal. Yes, the expectations were rightly placed. But credit to Manu Bhaker. At this point, there's only and only plaudits for Manu Bhaker that can flow, because what she's achieved is incredible. Athletes can't even imagine at times getting to, at times it's an Olympic. Just to be part of to be part of the Olympics is a dream for athletes.
In over 120 years, be it pre-independence or post-independence, there have been only 4 individual multiple medal winners. You had Norman Pritchard pre-independence. You then had PV Sindhu. You had Sushil Kumar.
Across.
That
was over 2 Olympics that Sushil
and this is the same Olympics and 2 medals.
Exactly. So this is a monumental feat. I think
Paris or Monumental.
Paris. This is in fact that 2 medals in a span of 1 week. It's only been a week that the Olympics began.
Exactly. Paris 2024 has, irrespective, maybe Neeraj's event might trump it or Lakshya's achievements could trump it, but your headline act in Paris 2024
and let's not forget the Indian men's hockey team too. They are doing really
They are doing good, but then their main challenge begins in the quarterfinals. Great Britain they will face on. Germany won against Great Britain.
On the 4th.
Yes, on the 4th. 4th you have
tomorrow
men's hockey team, and you've got Lakshya Sen also.
Lakshya Sen as well.
Yeah, so it is going to be, but the headline act as of now until 8th August is Manu Bhaker. 2 bronze medals, 1 4th finish in the 25-meter pistol. Kudos, congratulations, monumental indeed from Manu. So,
and even though Manu Bhaker, you would have seen those visuals, she cuts a sorry figure right now. She's disappointed, dejected. Naturally so, but Manu Bhaker, if Sports Today has a message for you and for all your fans as well who are possibly disappointed at the moment, salute to Manu Bhaker. Chin up. You've made the nation proud. We as sports fans, as sports journalists, we're all proud. It was quite a pleasure for us to be covering all 3 events of yours as well. And it's great because some of us have seen you since a young age, and we're extremely proud of you as a 22-year-old. For you to have done what you've done, well, hats off to you, Manu Bhaker.
You have nothing to prove to the world. You have shown you are a champion. You win a gold, it's a bonus, but you have done everything that you can to be what you are. Do not be sad that I didn't win the gold. No problem. You won a medal in the Olympics. That's what it matters. Let's not demean ourselves. Oh, it's only bronze, it's only silver. You go through years and years of toil to get to where you are to win that medal. Appreciate each medal.
And to you fans as well who are joining us right now, we just quickly take some of your comments as well. Plenty of thoughts pouring in as well. Don't be sad. Be rather proud. Be rather proud of what we've seen. So we'll just quickly take some of the comments as well. Ashish, they're saying badminton was introduced in 1992 in the Olympics after Prakash Padukone ended his career. Prakash would have indeed won a medal in the Olympics. He is an All England champion after all. Who knows if he would have?
Both the coaches who are there, both Pulela and if you look at it, Prakash Padukone are both good in All England. And by the way, another badminton news, Matthias Boye has announced his coaching stint has come to an end after Satvik and Chirag failed to get into the medal rounds in the Olympics. We wish Matthias well. He's really transformed Sachi into a great duo. Matthias in his day was a great badminton doubles player indeed. So Dex is saying, Sid or someone please explain Lakshya versus Axelsen in tennis terms. Okay. So basically the first to 21 wins a game. In badminton it's a game. In tennis it is a set. Okay, 3 sets in tennis. You have 3 games. Maximum is 3 games in singles, in doubles and badminton.
No, don't confuse with Grand Slams now. Grand Slams you need best of 5. This is best of 3. That's how Olympics work.
Exactly. So Abhay Chauhan saying broadcasters, they just cannot let our athletes warm up even before games. But were they forcing cameras on Manu? I really don't know at this time. Maybe the broadcasters have an obligation that they have to do it. I mean, it's easy to pinpoint. Look, it's a thankless job.
I don't quite agree with Ani. I don't quite.
No, that's not really the case. Definitely.
I mean, Dex, Ani, let me just tell you one thing. Yes, because she had won 2 medals, the hype, as I say in Hindi, na banta tha. Okay, the hype was necessary because 25-meter was her pet event.
True.
Now in the 4th position, if you have to look at it, she at least reached there. At least it's not like somebody who's finished last and then you could have choked and then said, okay, you have done all that.
True.
But she was in second position until the second stage of elimination. Only in the last 3. That's why pressure is such a huge thing in the Olympics. You can say that, I mean, we can't change fans' opinions because they have a set opinion. Oh, they'll just look at the result and then say.
Like I told you, everyone is entitled to an opinion.
That's the thing.
Priyanshu has a comment. Neeraj Chopra, Mirabai Chano, Nishant Dev will win medals. Hopefully, there's Indian men's hockey also. There is Lakshya Sen also for that matter. And even there are a couple of more athletes who are going to fight it out in archery round also. Today.
From 7th onwards, you have Antim Pangal who's going to do. Aditya Narayanan, before we take the last comment, just tell how many more medals possible for India. I'm expecting 3.
3 or 4 more.
See, I can be certain of Neeraj. Anthem also I am pinning my hopes on.
Lakshya Sen.
I would love it if Lakshya Sen wins a medal.
Yeah.
It's a little difficult for me to think beyond 2 right now because hockey, yes, you could say.
But with Lakshya, the thing is that, you know, if he wins the semi-final, he's assured of at least a silver. But if he loses the semi, then he'll have a chance to, you know, fight for the bronze.
So he needs one more win to assure himself of a medal.
But he's taking on the Great Dane.
Victor Axelsen, Denmark.
Yep. So the other event that you're looking forward to now is the 1/16 round that features Deepika Kumari and Bhajan Kaur. Let's see how they go about it. Archery, this is your last chance potentially to get a medal in this event. So,
who's that? Mythflix, sorry.
Mythflix.
Mythflix says, when's India's next match? If you I'm just going by Flick, so I'm guessing you're a hockey fan. If you're talking about India versus the Great Britain, that match happens tomorrow. What time is that?
1:30 p.m.
1:30.
12 p.m. is Lakshya and 1:30 is hockey.
You have an action-packed morning on Super Sunday because you've got Lakshya Sen, then you've got the India men's hockey team. And luckily, you avoided some strong teams in the knockouts in the very beginning. That itself is a good omen. But don't take Great Britain lightly. They have troubled you in the FIH Pro League quite often. So, Matthias was a great silver player, was a single player, was a silver medalist from London Olympics. Absolutely. But he's best known for his doubles play also.
Yes.
So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live and heartbreak. But at least we had Manu Bhaker enthralling us in this 1 week of the Olympics. Historic in a lot of ways. So join us for the archery event. Who knows, there might be history loading there also. So from me, Harshit and Sid Gulati.
Namesake. You should call him namesake.
He forgets my name.
All 3 of us disappointed, but with a smile we say